What up, Reject Nation? Greg, John, and Coy. Big Miss Marvel fan over here.
She's a great character.
She's a great character. We're gonna watch Miss Marvel episode 2 today. Very excited to check it out. Just a quick heads up, full-length watch-alongs. We sync it with the time code for our super sexy rejects over at our Patreon page. Cover a bunch of stuff over there as well. Leave a like. That would be very much appreciated, and your thoughts down below on this episode. Subscribe and click that bell to get notified when our reaction for the next Miss Marvel episode is up. And then boys at Prepper, thanks for helping us edit down these highlights. Lastly, I want to genuinely thank Athletic Greens for partnering up with us. Since the last time we mentioned Athletic Greens, like I've been in the middle of moving. Hopefully by the time this video's out, I've already moved. And so there's been a lot of stuff coming out, so there's been like barely any sleep to occur. However, and he will attest, I've been drinking Athletic Greens every single day and it has genuinely helped. So we're gonna talk more about them after the reaction. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you because having some brand partnerships lately has really been helping out with hiring some extra help and some other people.
And I'm gonna steal a sample.
Hiring to pay other people.
I'm gonna steal a sample from this arrangement, Coy.
It's about that time.
So
Morning, Camellia.
Wicked.
Camellia again.
there you go. You know what I love about AirPods? That you don't actually have to stand this close to each other. I am so sorry.
No worries.
Come on.
Make a move.
Because the videos you sent me were just flashes of pink light and I didn't see anything.
Well, you didn't see anything. I tried to shrink and fly and talk to ants and none of it worked.
I mean, she had physical contact with the superhero. Obviously, people are going to be interested.
It's because, like, she knew that, like, I could be the one to handle it.
Oh my god.
And then this, like, beautiful white light, like, cascaded over me. I knew I was safe.
There's another superhero catastrophe, and she's sitting there bragging about being saved by the budget Captain Marvel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, someone finally said it.
Which is why I'm gonna have a party on Friday. You know, to celebrate the fragility of life.
Nice.
Yeah, we're so not going to that party.
Well, I'm having a party on Friday. You should come.
Yeah, no, that sounds pretty fun, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Where should we have that party?
What?
Aw, poor Bruno.
Guy in the chair.
So I guess super strength is not a part of the equation.
I saved you.
Only because you almost killed me first.
Still counts.
Maybe I do need to work on my skills.
I'll stay put, I stay grinding. That's my
Training montage. Yes. Singular push-up montage.
So it looks like your power isn't coming from the bangle. It's coming from within you. Like the bangle unlocked the superhuman part of you.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Terrigen Bangle? Cool.
Damn, how'd they shoot that?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, there's a lot of like really subtly impressive effect shots.
Yeah.
Oh, MIA is perfect for this tone show.
Tone show?
This tone of show. This
Oh.
tone show. No, MIA like totally fits this world.
Yeah.
This tone show.
Tone show?
Tone show.
Tone show.
Tone Lock's brother, Tone Show.
Tough love? Tone show.
That again. It's idiot. Jagged hashtag moss life. Hashtag Dean. Hey, come on.
Shh. God, even I know you're being too loud.
They really gotta fix this place.
The men's section is pristine.
No talking during the lecture, please.
Sorry, Sheikh Abdullah. You know, it's really hard to concentrate when we can barely see you.
Sister Kamala. The partition and the side entrance are there to preserve all our modesty and dignity. Thank you, Sister Kamala, for reminding us that it is important to share your voice, though perhaps except during my lecture. And another reminder, nominations are still open for the Monster Board election.
Oh my God, Max, you should totally run. Do I look like a 9-year-old fan to you? Sometimes.
No.
No, Kamala, somebody stole my shoes. My new Versace's. Maybe we'll run for the Moss Board and actually make some change around here.
Yeah. Rasheed's got nothing on you, baby, okay? You're the change. The change is here and the change is her, everyone.
Saw that as graffiti last time.
Zoe's having some people over tonight. Bruno and Akia will both be there. And I'll be home by 9.
But this time, you see that you come back through the door.
Bring Hulk Dad.
Yes, always bring Hulk Dad.
Even like beyond the emotionality connection, like the casting is visually great too. Like everyone looks like both their age and their like family.
Yeah, very true.
Like that looks just like her mom.
Very true. Yeah.
Is there alcohol in that?
Nah, it's just orange juice.
Sure.
Dude, why would you do that?
Come on,
Plus some vodka.
That's not cool.
Want to split an Uber?
No, we can't. Everyone's here, including us.
Am I drunk?
Hey, no, don't jump, dude. Seriously.
Should I do something?
What are you gonna do?
Oh, is that New Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's New Boy.
That's a good way to die.
Nope.
Great way to make an entrance too.
What does that mean?
Damn.
Look at this guy.
She's subtle. She's drunk.
Marble body shot.
I'm Kamran.
Nakia.
I'm Kamala.
Cards! That was blocked. I can't do time. Hey, guys, I have a car, so everyone just call me.
Everyone at the party. Follow
You 7 get in my small sports car.
So cool. I love the color.
He seems so serious at high school.
He's a senior.
What you did? You backed up into the car, remember?
Yeah, thanks, Bruno. I almost forgot about that.
It's fine, I failed my first time as well.
So you can just drive my car.
So I figured it out. You'll figure it out.
Do you like watch, I don't know, Bollywood movies and stuff?
Obviously. But only the greats, like Baziga, other stuff like that.
I mean, it's not surprising you like Bhaskar. It's only SRK's best work. Yeah.
SRK?
Your opinion says DDLJ.
Yeah. Of course.
Bruno's right there.
I watched it a few years back. It was very pleasing.
Great critical analysis.
Very pleasing.
Very
Put
pleased.
that on the poster.
Here's my number. Give me a text or drop me a call. Make sure I can save yours as well. And yeah.
What a nice guy.
It was great meeting you guys. Miguel, Paul, Nakia, Ryan.
Ryan. Ah.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We're gonna talk about Brian for sure.
Out of everything
Oh, that heart
happened,
fade was great.
That is a great fade.
Yeah.
Oh.
How was Zoe's house?
Oh, it's magical.
Love the subjectivity.
The reality.
Those are some great effects.
I love the use of digital in the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's so cool.
So sweet.
It's a very expressionate show.
Oh my.
My whole life, I've either been too white for some people or too ethnic for others. And it's been this very...
I can relate with that.
I kind of realized I don't really need to prove anything to anybody. Like, when I put this on, I feel like me. Like, I have a purpose. Probably why I ran for the mosque board. Remember, you're the one who convinced me to do it in the first place. I love you.
Aww.
Oh, I got you something for your driving lesson.
I can't believe this is her first job. Like, she's very good.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Oh, the. Oh.
All my dreams are coming true.
I'd love to see her and Zendaya interact.
And Florence.
Zendaya from Euphoria.
You're sitting down? Yep. The early immersion program at Caltech, you got it.
Caltech?
I don't know what to say. You say yes. Can I think about it? Okay. Bruno. You know that part in the movie where someone comes in to the main character and they say, "You want to be a Jedi. You want to answer phones of a demanding but impossibly chic magazine." Well, that's this moment. That is happening to you right now. You're the lead character. I'm Meryl Streep.
Unleash your inner Hathaway.
But it's in California.
Away from Kamala.
Oh.
Hey, hi. I didn't see you at the class. Yeah.
You good?
Ducky.
I can't really train today.
What? Why? Oh.
I'll see you later, okay?
Oh, buddy.
Spill some tech to kill this guy, man.
Bruno's gonna become the villain.
Are you sure?
Yeah. De-stress after school. Best thing you can do. Drive.
Bro. Nope.
That bro's so cool.
Don't tell me you have a massive crush on Kingo too.
My mom just literally obsessed with him.
I know what Ami means. Okay. And
That's great.
still has a huge crush on Kingo Senior.
Ew.
Concerning.
Several Kingos out there.
Oh, shoot.
Why are we
My brother and his fiance. He's going to freak out.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna freak out.
Don't freak out.
It's a great frame. Aww.
Oh.
Brother!
Sister!
This is Kamran. He's our cousin.
He's our cousin.
I'm Uncle Chaudhry's nephew.
Uncle Chaudhry is from Pakistan. How come you have a British accent?
Oh, I'm a huge fan of The Great British Bake Off. I love that show. I just binged it, so I was just doing a bit.
Oh, man.
Okay, we should go.
I think I remember you, man. Some things on the internet, we called you haram.com, Ron. We call you that from now on. All right, dude.
All right.
All right.
Oh no.
It wasn't a goth phase.
Oh, yeah.
I just wore a lot of black.
That's why we moved to America, right? So that our children could be anything that they wanted to be.
Almost anything.
Anything with our strict approval.
Not a superhero.
Every Pakistani family has a partition story, and none of them are good.
See, enough. This is not about the partition, okay? This is a celebration. Yusuf.
Makes sense why they fear so much for her. Safety all the time.
Muniba's mother, Sana, she got separated from her parents on the train station. Nobody knows how that little toddler, Sana, managed to get back on the train
Just before the train pulled out of the station.
Sana always said that she followed a trail of stars.
We're gonna see a trail of stars at some point.
Wowie. Oh my.
Kamala? Somebody grab the Zum Zum.
Kamala, are you okay?
Oh, damn. So, like, the history remains imbued in there, like an anime.
The bangle, it does some really weird things, and it's...
That bangle belongs to my mother, Aisha.
The one who disappeared during partition, my great-grandmother, Aisha.
But no, I've spoken too much already. No.
Uh-oh.
So this belonged to Aisha, and you really have no idea what happened to her?
Beta, speak up a bit. My own ears are so smile.
Oh, dang.
Mango,
Wait.
Are you okay?
Oh, is something wrong?
No. Everything's fine. You go back to sleep. Sorry.
Hey, don't question my love for the captain kid. If it wasn't for Slippery When Wet, your father and I may never have met.
Oh, yeah.
That was gross.
There's that Jersey culture.
Do you know what happened to our great grandma? Aisha?
Where did you hear that name?
From Nanny.
Brought shame on our entire family. Please let it go.
Damn, what the hell happened?
Hi, Bruno. You look so great.
It's not too, bright?
I don't understand the question.
Pretty bright, yeah.
For maximum outreach, we need divide and conquer, yeah? Kamala, you are going to start with the Mosque Bros, yes?
Come on.
That you have to make it past the mini Harami girls. And last, the ones who know it all and will not let you forget it, the Illuminati.
Illuminantes!
Just murks them all on the spot.
She's helping me exercise our right as citizens of this great nation to participate in democracy.
It's wonderful.
You wouldn't rob two young women of that future, would you, Uncle? I mean, come on, this is Kamala and me.
Kamala Khan.
Women's suffrage, we fought for this. People died for this.
He looks so stilted.
Vote for Nakia. Eve Mubarak.
Bold.
How are we today, Miss Zimmer?
It's just about the party. Because it really was not that loud.
You're not the Zoe Zimmer.
The only one I know.
What? You have got to be kidding me. I'm a big fan.
Oh my gosh. This guy's bit.
Well, I'm so glad you liked it.
And you went to AvengerCon? Oh my gosh. You must have been mobbed by all your fans, no?
No.
You have a good time?
It was...
This guy's great.
I didn't really get a good look at her. I mean, it all happened so fast.
Did she have an accent? No. Was she Latina? I'm sorry, I'm supposed to say Latinx now, right?
Debatably.
Middle Eastern? Perhaps? South Asian?
Yeah. You're doing a bad job. I'm doing a good job.
This is my thing.
Oh, your great-grandmother. My father called her a snake. She put a curse on everything she touched. Curse. Heard she had many affairs and she had a secret family.
I heard she killed a man. Dead. Happened during partition.
I'm sure she wasn't that bad.
That's not gonna go wrong.
Somebody help me! Help! Someone call 911! That's me! Help! Please, somebody help!
Outfit's perfect.
All the Avengers show up.
This is one little boy.
Hey, where's Kamala?
I think she went home with her parents.
Oh, I thought they were gonna do. Okay, this works.
So always got it with her.
Yo, it's Nightlight!
Nightlight.
I climbed all the way up here. Why did I do this?
It's good. It's good exposition, kid.
It's a good question, script.
Do you have a favorite food? Ice cream pizza.
Come on.
Please help him. Is that 2 foods or 1 food? 1. I put ice cream on pizza.
Did someone say ice cream pizza?
Start selling that at my stand.
He's gonna fall.
Trail of Stars.
No.
Yes. Whoa.
I'll get you.
Oh my god. Shit.
No.
You good? Yeah.
Superhero landing.
You better get him off that platform.
Yep, he's gonna panic.
I've got you, okay?
Wowie! Oh, yeah. No! Owie, owie.
Oh, damn. When you fall down trees.
Yep, you just hope it's enough.
How could she do that? She clearly didn't try to save him afterwards.
Good sound effects. You know, got a little glass sound.
Little point, point, point. Oh, wow.
Hold right where you are.
Just what they wanted.
Oh, damn.
My man.
Get in.
Kamala, I've been waiting a very long time.
What?
I'd like you to meet my mom.
They are related?
Wowie.
You remember when you Googled and the name popped up and I went, oh no, because it taught me way too much? That was the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a big character from like a recent arc. They did it way early.
Oh, I'm sorry that Google.
Google telling me names.
IMDb. Wait, so they are related?
In a way. And he's another character too. He's not just that character.
My main concern is like, were they related or not?
Hitting on each other as cousins?
I don't care about spoilers.
I
as
saw
long
some
as there's
hand-holding.
No, yeah.
Hey, she was into him and he seemed into her. I mean, he said they travel a lot. It sounded like they had something to do with, you know, shenanigans.
They were up to some shenanigans.
I thought it was just like real estate problems or something.
I love that he stays, Apu stays dad hole.
Now we wait for a post-credit scene. It might be here, guys.
I took my headphones off last time. I was foolish.
You're supposed to be the Marvel guy.
You're supposed to know.
When there's post-credit scenes.
I'm sorry that was ruined for you.
It was just...
So you saw a twist coming?
Yeah. Because I read the comics like a fool.
That's your fault, man.
Stupid no post-credit
Wow,
scene.
how
You're not real
could
Marvel.
they?
Why'd we wait?
You're not real MCU.
Yeah, real
Nick, you?
MCU would give us a bunch of stuff in the credits.
Department of Damage Control is recruiting Avengers, the Dark Ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should
Is that
cut
what's
to
happening?
Spider-Man No Way
No,
Home.
that's what they're doing
I'm
with
pretty sure that's what's happening.
the Dark Avengers are getting formed by the girl from Seinfeld.
Alright, guys. I don't have time for Corey's jokes anymore. Let's talk about this seriously.
Alright, well, I'm sure John and Coy have a lot of thoughts. And I have thoughts too. But before we go into those thoughts, if you want to feel like a superhero, you should listen to a word from our sponsor today.
Thank you to Athletic Greens for partnering up with us this month.
With a schedule as wild as ours, it's tough to stay on top of proper diet and nutrition.
Luckily, Athletic Greens AG1 formula makes your daily nutrition simple, delicious, and convenient. Get bigger.
Just one scoop contains 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and a whole bunch more.
Which supports gut health, nervous, and immune systems. Energy, focus. Plus, on a serious note, AG1 is lifestyle friendly. I'm actually allergic to dairy, so any shake I ever have has to be dairy-free. So, whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, or gluten-free, it's a good fit.
Plus, it's completely natural. No harmful chemicals or GMOs. And for my sake, it helps improve my sleep quality and mental clarity, which is always a boost.
It helps improve my gut health. I like to poop.
And I like saving money. And what's great about Athletic Greens is your subscription only costs about $3 a day.
That's double what I paid John.
And it comes with a year's supply of vitamin D, and all of that is way cheaper than trying to get all these supplements individually.
So head on over to athleticgreens.com/rejects to start your AG1 lifestyle today.
No, seriously, thank you, Athletic Greens. You guys, that stuff really has been very. You've been drinking it too lately.
I subscribed.
Did you?
Myself.
I need to try this stuff.
I'm saying when it's done,
I've been sold on it.
When we're done with our partnership, Athletic Greens, I am no longer drinking. No, I'm actually. I like their stuff a lot.
Yeah, it's a big help. I
genuinely talk
Have
about
energy?
I built it into my day.
You saw me before we filmed. I actually could pay attention today.
Look at you. I'm often tired, lethargic, and in need of more athletic greens.
Well, maybe don't eat Taco Bell before you show up.
You know what happens?
Save
when
that
you live next
for
to
the
a Taco
weekend.
Bell. There's tons of greens in it.
Fresca.
Well,
I do actually get the Fresca.
Guys, we need to focus. Corey gets paid by the second.
By the second.
here.
It's not brought to you by Taco Bell.
John, why don't you go first?
I enjoyed this continuing, developing installment of the story. This feels like a very natural progression. Certain of the Marvel TV series feel more smooth than others, and thus far this feels like a very smooth feed from first episode into the second episode. I really do feel like I'm watching a movie progress in installments in a lot of ways, and I very much appreciate that. And I mean, here, it kind of did what I was hoping last time, where it seems like we're diving closer and closer into her past and her heritage and where those powers are tied to that. We're obviously setting up to the greater world stakes of what the DODC is able to do in interfering and regulating and containing what Kamala is up to. And yeah, I've been loving the growth of the characters and the way that they're able to balance out, you know, the on the ground level stuff, like with Nakia running for mosque board and all that stuff, and everything feels proportionate and everything feels alive, and yeah, it doesn't feel like the big Marvel-y stuff is competing with the story stuff.
Yo, John, I totally agree with you on everything I think you said. What really dawned on me this time, have you seen the movie Turning Red?
I have. I enjoyed it.
Have you seen Turning Red?
I have not, but I'll watch it along with you on Patreon when
Disney
I do.
Fan, that's
Yeah.
why.
How many fandoms do I have to be 100%
All of them,
dedicated
John.
to?
All of them. Have you been on the internet?
There are a lot of qualities of this that are kind of like Turning Red.
Yeah, I also think it's a really useful way of telling a unique story in a familiar way. Like we said in the first episode, but that kind of escalated here, much like Turning Red.
Yes. Oh, also like with the family history, the lineage, the parental stuff. Like there's a lot that feels very similar in terms of, except with the whole, like, she doesn't turn into a big panda here.
Or does she?
Does she? We'll see, guys. We saw that thing with the nose. She might become a panda in the end.
Yeah, a big cosmic panda.
Synergy.
This is why I usually lead these, because I have the smart things to say.
I mean, the guy, top of the review.
My
this
brain
round.
has an extra wrinkle.
People are usually like, there's no point in
They just stop watching. They just stop watching.
Only Greg's takes that we need to hear. What I find very fascinating about the quality of this show, a lot of the times they'll start implementing heritage, cultures, other qualities, and a lot of times that feels like backdrop or secondary. Both of these episodes, the high school quality, the heritage, the culture, all those things that usually feel secondary are so primary that I'll forget that, oh yeah, this is a superhero show. They come in so much later in both of these episodes. The first episode thought, okay, all right, so we set it all up. We got that crazy ending. Cool. Now let's go gung-ho superhero. Not really. Like, you do some of the training, which kind of felt like Shazam a little bit.
Yeah,
to
it
me.
had some Shazam.
Had some Shazam.
I was gonna say some Shazam.
Are you guys referring to DC's Captain Marvel?
Oh, that's ironic. I like that. Nicely done. Nicely done. Because Captain Marvel was named Shazam. I mean, because Shazam was named Captain Marvel, but then there was legal issues where they couldn't use the name Captain Marvel. But then at the end of the day, technically he's still called Captain Marvel, even though Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel of the one she admires is also the same name as the Shazam character of which we're referring.
This guy is so aware he gets paid by the minute.
Shazamming was the word I was trying to say. I was trying to speed up, but then Greg gave me crap. So I was trying to be helpful, but no. Since he interrupted, I had to explain the joke that was very nicely done. Shazamming.
Shazamming.
Shazam-a-lama ding-dong.
What's woke?
This whole thing about Shazam and Captain Marvel, I didn't know what to be mad about.
No, you're not. You don't have to be mad. It was a legal issue when they both had two characters,
But
both
not
named.
a woke thing.
Not
So
a woke thing.
I don't have to
It's
be
a
enraged.
money thing.
Both a male character and a
money
female
thing.
character are both named Captain
So
Marvel. Not woke.
I don't need to do big eyes, red. Really upset.
You
for
need
the
to turn
thumbnail.
red?
You know?
Are you turning red? Like a Comicsgate person?
I just need to know what to be outraged about.
That's
Just pick something and go, and,
Just point.
and someone will
The
join
color
in.
of that computer screen.
I think
Yeah.
feigned outrage would really help us blow up.
That's how we get there, guys. We haven't trended in 2 videos.
Marvel forcing this female perspective on me.
Man, oh man, is there a girl? 1 out of 37 properties is MCU. Now that we've had 4 women as leads out of 37 films, they're clearly adjusting for half the population, roughly 52%.
Roughly.
And there's only one white guy and he's just the friend and he has extraordinary smarts.
They're
but
frankly
it's not enough.
demoralizing and
It's not enough.
emasculating the white man.
Look, you guys go way off topic too much, and I'm sorry for setting you up to be off topic.
You've given
but
us
we
this
need
platform.
to get back on the tracks, people. Here we go. I agree with you, John. It does feel like, because this is not the most cinematic of them all in terms of. Although there's an argument to be made for that, I would say.
I think it's more cinematic than a lot of them because it's so stylized and the quality of the imagery.
And the way they implement the effects of being, because this show does such a good job at thrusting you into her perspective. That's when they go all like wackadoodle-doo with the visuals that I think are so beautiful to look at. And times I like when they like sneak up on you when you don't see the visual.
Like the bed was so subtle. Yeah, that was one of my favorites. That was so pretty.
So
and
so
it also
perfect.
feels like a comic book because a lot of times the comic book imagery, like Scott Pilgrim, it comes out of nowhere or it's really subtly in there. But this has so many frames that are existing simultaneously that it feels like a comic book frame where you can add in some onomatopoeia, some descriptive dialogue, because you can't have a text sound in a comic book because it's a page. So I love that they have this imagery that feels like it's right from the books.
I think this is a pretty solid show so far. Sometimes I do find myself a bit craving a little, maybe because I've been conditioned. I do wonder that about myself. I'm so used to like, we're sitting down here, we're going to watch a superhero show. So sometimes I expect a little bit more of that superhero umph. I don't really know if that's a problem for me or if that's just my preconceived notions about thinking we're last left off, so we're probably going to go gung-ho superhero. Because I'm actually enjoying it when I forget about that and then I get lost in, you know, like the storyline of what was her name in the Mosque?
Isn't it Nakia?
I don't know. You're more likely to know than me.
Because I don't know if I'm getting confused with Black Panther's Nakia, but I thought that was.
It is, but I don't know how it's pronounced because I've only ever read it, but it's spelled Nikia, I believe.
You know, it's a microphone.
Oh, it's a microphone. Here we are. Is this me to use this? Would you like me to
Going
use
with
this
Nikia
microphone?
for
Here we
now.
are.
Nakia for now.
That storyline I find really fascinating. And it seems like they're really going to tie it all together, though. It is still going to be like the superhero show because clearly all this stuff that the mom is kind of clued in on about mystical past and whatever, and why it seems to be a bit of this thing where she's so dismayed by the concept of superheroes. It seems so tied in
And personal.
to, yeah, it seems so tied into wherever her pain stems from, and getting this what is the word, not what the P word, what was it, the pair, the when they're talking about the past, the pair,
Oh, the partition.
partition
The partition.
Thank you John for being the word guy.
I got some words.
More than us.
I got some
In every way.
you want some thoughts?
Yeah, be the thought guy. What's going on there at the end without spoiling too much?
Without spoiling too much, because we were looking up the cast, and there's a character which we met this episode who is many things in the comic books, and I will say without giving away too much, he's not just the person we've met. He is also another character who I really enjoy from the comic books, and I do believe if they go with the storyline I think they're taking this on, which is a more recent arc, there's going to be a twist on the twist we just got. Things aren't as they seem even in the, like there's the double agent situation perhaps being unfolded. I'm trying not to give anything away so people aren't like, spoilers for reading the comics, but there is an opportunity for us to have a twist on the twist with a dual identity of this other guy if they do that. But what I think the show, one of the things I'm finding the strength of is where we had the Falcon Winter Soldier show kind of being a backdoor pilot for the Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts, whichever way they take it. We had, you know, a darker Captain America. We had, you know, the assembly that brought us a new Black Widow, those things. This very much feels like they're going to use the DODC to kind of radicalize the champions, aka, and I think the Young Avengers. So in the comics, you've got two different teams. There's the New Avengers as well as the Dark Avengers. There's also the Dark Avengers as well as the Thunderbolts, and those both separately could exist, but with movies and things, you don't want to confuse the audience. So I do think they're going to kind of bring these chunks of characters together into one unit. Like I was saying last episode, champions are very important in street level, but I do think they're going to kind of make the Young Avengers and the champions into one thing. I think they're going to kind of summarize up that world. So I do think while we're getting one team of adult Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts, we're also getting a radicalized, more politicized, more street level team of kids that are going to have a lot to come from. Because if you look at what just happened to Wanda's kids, if they get those powers, that's going to be hugely important. We've also got Kate Bishop, who's been organized crime. She's going to be like street level, but going through these things. We've met like 7 of these children who've all gone through these traumatic events, and now Kamala's going through it with a legal side. So I do think we're gearing up towards a team of younger child Avengers who have all been through trauma, but also are going to be having to fight the man itself. Like we're going to be fighting the government. They're going to be fighting law, and I think that's where we're going to get the She-Hulk She-Hulk and Daredevils and such that I was alluding to last week, but more as a team. I could see an entire like Young Avengers movie be about like, you know, their civil war, and it looks like we're going there with the DODC.
Can kids be heroes?
Can
Is that
someone basically
is
like,
that what you're getting at?
Legally,
Yeah.
the question is like who's at fault if you're 15 or 16 and you cause damage. Like
Okay.
think about it, they're the Department of Damage Control. You can't sue a child, or do you sue the parent? Is the parent, if they don't know, at fault? Is it even legally acceptable for someone to be, you know what I mean? Like there's so many ramifications of a child putting on a mask. Does a child have rights at a point? Like does a child have the ability to use those powers? And I do think long term, I don't think it's going to lead directly into, but I do think that's going to lead to the world that hates and fears them that gets us X-Men. Because right now everyone loves heroes. Everyone looks, I mean, there's an Avengers con. We need there to be a point where it makes sense that some heroes are hated and feared, and I think the Dark Avengers is going to go the adult X-Men route, but I do think planting the legal seeds with the Champions and Young Avengers gives us both paths to X-Men.
Yeah, you know, I could see some of that subtle shades here. What's the DODC? What's his
Department of Damage Control.
No. What's the guy's name?
Don't remember.
I
Honestly,
remember
he's not direct from the comics, to be honest.
He just seems like he just has a stick up his ass all the time.
I mean, he's just trying to hunt down kids.
He's
Guy just hates kids.
Every time he
This guy
interrogates,
hates kids.
He's like, "You're the worst person ever, right?" That's how he talks. Interrogates.
You know what
everyone.
sucks? You.
I love it.
Having them in there, Department of Damage Control, and then also even the way how she is with her powers, because already he's like, you guys are doing some messed up things to the influencer wannabe chick. And then Zoe, is her name?
Zoe.
And then at the end there, even with the little boy, just like theorizing here along with what you're bringing up, even with the little boy who Kamala saved, clearly she slipped up, but from their perspective, they're all like, why did she do that?
Yeah,
And he hurt his ankle. And like, his ankle is damaged now. So she like hurt this boy. So it's looked like this person's not good, or this person shouldn't be a hero, or this person shouldn't be doing this. So yeah, I think what you're at least talking about, there seems to be some shades that seem to allude to such a thing. John, I've got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
As I pitch the ball to you.
I'm here.
And I'm getting ready for you to
I got my mitt.
Swing away, Merrill. That's
Or
a
I got my
Signs
bat.
reference.
That is a deep
I was going to say, we're talking about twists on twists on twists. When are we going to get a Shyamalan-directed episode? When all the twists come?
I mean, he almost played Doctor Strange. Joaquin.
Shyamalan?
I was like, Shyamalan?
He almost played Doctor Strange.
Weirdest director cameo.
Would not have
I
liked
am
that.
Doctor
M. Night
Strange.
Shyamalan.
Written and directed by me, starring me.
Who is your favorite character outside of Kamala Khan?
Oh, that's a tough question. Probably the dad.
Abu is great.
Abu is delightful. I like Naki a lot, and I like that they gave them a really solid, I think that was this episode, I think they gave them a really solid, you know, female friendship, like a real intimate moment of friendship and of them just conferring about, like, how do you do it? How do you make all this growth and this weirdness look easy? And I think their bond together is something really nice and special. I like that it seems like they are paying attention to that storyline where she's running for mosque board. I like her a lot. I think she's great, and I like what those characters, what she does for Kamala, what she brings out of Kamala, and what she represents for the show as a whole, and just the kind of conversations that come up through her. So I think that's probably my second favorite character so far.
Bruno, for you?
You know, I love Bruno, mainly because he is flirty like me, as we discussed last week.
Yeah.
And white.
And white? No, I really like, how did they pronounce his name? Because, I always read it. The dude in the car, the cool guy, the new guy.
Cameron.
I just wanted to get it right as I could.
Cameron.
I don't know if I love him because of what I think they're doing, or if, you know what I mean? Like, there's a thing that I think they're doing, and if they do it, it's
They
gonna be
are
awesome.
having fun watching you wriggle right now
Oh,
because
dude,
they
like-
know that you know, but maybe you don't
And
know.
I'm trying to not be the guy, but like at the same time, if they do what I think they're gonna do, there's a reason the accent switch. There's a reason he has a hyphen in his credit. There's if they do what they're doing, it's a really fun way to manipulate the story in a way that we haven't seen in a lot of superhero properties. And he's really like fun and charming without it feeling lecherous, which I think
We
is
might
nice.
need a Koi's Comic Corner before episode 3 comes out.
Also, we could do how we might get Dark Avengers, Thunderbolts, and Young Avengers champions leading up to X-Men and all that things.
What
as
a great, efficient title.
I'm just
Start a board.
SEO happy.
Start a
Slash,
board
slash,
of all
slash,
these.
slash.
Keywords title.
Dark Avengers and champions and Young Avengers, and go.
Do you have a Marvel question? It's the next week's topic on Koi's Comic
Whatever
Corner.
you guys want.
There's no shortage
But
of
I really like how many
possibilities.
organizations we're getting. Like, we're getting, like, the DODC feels very established. We've got that, you know, the different parts of the world are getting more fleshed out than just S.H.I.E.L.D., especially since S.H.I.E.L.D.'s been dismantled, but is kind of like rumbling back and things. It's because the first, 3 phases were kind of just Hydra versus S.H.I.E.L.D. and bad guys. This is, there's a lot more layers to the world, especially the shows.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this space. There's so many things happening.
Because if you think about it right now, they just had Hawkeye take on the Tracksuit Mafia, which felt like it was down the street, which is fun. We've got all the things happening with the TVA and Loki, which is another organization. We've got all the things happening in the movies with like the magic groups and those organizations. We've also got the ideals of the Celestials, thanks to the Eternals and those greater cosmic organizations. And then we've also got like the reality of what we're dealing with in like the street level heroes fighting villains that we haven't even met yet, plus all the time variance authority stuff interacting with the small global. It's going to be crazy. And I do think we're leading towards basically like Moon Knight-esque Blade characters that are going to lead the occult thanks to the stuff that just happened in Scarlet Witch. So like lots of it's like a comic book.
And then we also have Evangeline Lilly being anti-vax.
And that's a problem for all of us.
They should make a team out of all the actors in the MCU who are anti-vax and who definitely have not affected any of their productions.
Not a one.
You know what I also appreciated here was the amount of Kingo callouts.
Oh man, every time it was
his
said,
film
I get a
career
little chuckle.
Yeah, that's right.
Good shiz.
Nice little Bollywood toss.
Because he was like,
Bollywood
I
star.
heard they're like, I like Kingo Senior, and they were saying that, and they're like, they have no idea that it's the same guy.
It's the same dude, yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, how could you even?" It's like all Kumail Nanjiani. so genius.
I do like Bruno a lot. I feel like he's a really solid character.
Felt like I wasn't allowed to say so.
Why?
You
No,
were like,
he's
you like him
great.
because he's white.
Yeah, you would like him. You would like him despite all the evidence of good acting work and some decent
He's so
writing.
charming,
on him.
and he's actually very good at playing the guy in the chair, but still being likable.
I like that he's a guy in the chair, and he's so supportive, and is like genuinely like never does the cliche of he's not the dude from My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Right, he's not
who's like, well, this is all kind of weird and wacky to me. He's genuinely has a vested interest in everything around him, and there's a lot of admiration and respect, and wants to understand in a way that feels very genuine and natural. And I feel like that's how you do supportive white guy.
And you know how in sometimes when you like a character too much, you got to worry about him. I'm not saying he's going to die, but I'm not saying you shouldn't worry about him.
You think Bruno's going to die?
I think Bruno's got some...
Bruno's not going to die.
I didn't say he was going to die. I'm just saying I'm worried about him.
No one's going to die in this show.
I'm just saying I'm worried about him.
Everyone's going to live twice.
I'm just saying I'm worried about him.
I mean, I am a little bit worried about Bruno, but I don't know.
Where's this
I
worry
mostly
for Bruno coming from?
I don't know. Mostly, I just appreciate too that it doesn't. I feel like the whole thing where he clearly has either is very protective of her or is just straight crushing on her. I like the way they've played that too, because while it's not like the most revolutionary take on that, I feel like they've played it in a way that is remarkably annoying and rote. That's something that could very easily become like come on, dude, like this is kind of an annoying
it's a
plot
cliche
line.
archetype without being played cliche. Like
Yeah.
it's a thing we've seen before, but he's doing it naturalistically.
Yeah, he makes a good ducky.
You guys have a lot to say about the white guy.
You know what?
I'm just saying he's the minority in this show.
Makes me laugh because I know that you both get in your heads about the white guy.
I'm just aware.
So it just makes me laugh so much, and I'm like, it's not a big deal.
Just put the pressure on us. Just put the pressure on us, Greg. Here we are.
All right, can I just come out and say that he's my favorite
He's
character?
the best part of the
and I don't really care about any of this other shit. If we could get out of Kamala's life and into his
Follow
life.
Bruno. Can we also? But
Give Bruno the bracelet.
I want to acknowledge the world for a second, though. The music is such a beautiful way to tie you into like the feeling of being in a different world, because like a lot of the Marvel shows, they use scores, they don't really have soundtracks that I would like listen to, like, whereas this is a lot of stuff that feels like you can just like actually I'd play the Miss Marvel soundtrack, which I don't say about the other shows. Really,
a lot of the times, like what sounds like R&B music to me, whatever
the kids are listening
these
to nowadays.
twerps these days are listening to, the rap music. But it's not. No, it's not. It's the same thing.
Rhythm and blues
it's
and
either
rap.
Country, classic rock, or rap. All right.
The pop music landscape at this moment in time pretty much encompasses R&B
like
and hip hop.
Radio stations, country, not country, R&B.
This is basically what pop music is right now. Is those three
You don't
things.
know what you're talking about, Coy. You don't understand anything. You only like MGK. So
He's 2 genres on his own.
Excuse me,
Colson Baker.
I'm trying to say that what they do here is they have a lot of great soundtracks, yeah, but a lot of times it's not American soundtracks too.
Right.
And I think it's cool to like get that familiarity, but something different for someone who is uninitiated. And a lot of I don't know the artists or what they're playing, but I'm like, I would put this stuff on. It's in similar ways how I feel a lot of people maybe discovered how K-pop has become such a crazy part of the world now. That it's like I know so many people who are into K-pop who don't speak Korean, and now listening to a lot of the music here, I'm getting that same effect of like, damn, I would just put this on and I have no idea what they're saying.
Greg just said what I said while making fun of me. He literally just took the immersive quality of my compliment about the music, but decided to make it about him making fun of me on the journey.
Corey, you're so self-centered. And I have no idea what you said because I was thinking about what I was going to say.
Yeah, here we are.
I just appreciate that they gave the Sweatshop Boys a direct call out.
direct
shout
call
out. Like, good for the Sweatshop
Direct
Boys.
call out.
And MIA, I haven't heard in years used in pop culture, so I'm very excited for MIA.
Pineapple Express came
That was
out
like
6
2
months
years
ago.
ago. Brand new
Just
hit
dropped
movie,
a new song, in
Pineapple
fact,
Express.
MIA.
I like the show a lot. It's in my upper half of the Marvel show so far. I'd put it like obviously until it's done, we don't know how it's going to stick the landing, but I've been really impressed.
#1 Marvel show.
That white guilt's coming through you.
You know, I said upper half.
It's better than most of the
Upper
movies.
half.
It's better than most of the comics.
#1.
It's better than DC.
Frankly,
it's better than the Batman.
Miss Marvel, Dark Knight, No Way
Better
Home.
than Alan Moore's
Obviously.
Watchmen comic
Somehow
book.
I've taken Miss Marvel to be the one we're on the loosest on this one.
Here we are.
Yeah, because me and Coy have the most to make up for because we're not only white but we're dudes.
Yep.
We got all this stuff.
I'm the ethnic one. I'll be the dumb one in the video.
You're over here being like, oh, I recognize parts of my experience.
He's over
in
here
this
calling
show.
MIA R&B, and he's getting away with it.
They
Don't let
are.
him get away with it. MIA is a person.
MIA watches this channel, all
Yeah,
right?
she's like, I'm
MIA
not
is a
R&B.
big fan.
Dude, I love that song. That's how it goes, right?
And take your money.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. What's the damn lyrics?
Yeah, it's actually a biographical song about Muhammad Ali.
I forgot.
The
MIA covered that song.
The M in MIA is Muhammad.
And the A is for Ali.
It's Muhammad. I am Ali. It's Muhammad Ali.
I don't know what she's saying in that song.
Yep.
All I want to do is cash register, and that's all I know.
The lyrics are actually her saying what she's describing. All I want to do is noise, gun noise, gun noise, cash register.
She basically wants to roll up, fire a few shots, and take your money. She go rob you. Is basically
It's a joyous anthem of robbing
Yes.
someone else while being Muhammad Ali.
Susan Bones, 6 stones away. Ah, fuck it. All right.
Are you singing a Foo Fighters song now?
No, remember that she'd say that in the song,
also
the
think
Paper Plane song? No, it's not Paper Planes. That's B.O.B.
That's the same
shit.
era.
Airplane.
That's the right era. Paper planes came out about
I'm
the year
sorry.
before.
3 categories of music, everyone.
Which aeronautical pop song are we drawing from, people?
Paper planes,
Paper planes.
airplanes, John Denver songs.
You know what's great is that we can have this conversation. There's a lot of very culturally inspired pop music in the show, and that gives us the chance to go dive into some of this music and find a new fixation or find a new song that we enjoy, much like Kamala's family shares their love of their adopted Bon Jovi music. Jersey Prince, Bonnie J.
I loved hearing Bon Jovi referenced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Beyonce was in Doctor Strange.
People are going to click on this video, man, like, wow, their video's an hour and a half.
Like,
they must have broken this down but to the T.
little did they know.
Easter eggs.
We were talking about Jefferson Airplane, airplanes, and paper planes for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
R&B, all of it.
Guys, Athletic Greens keeps you sharp.
Focused, energetic, and ready.
Unlock your inner superhero with a delicious helping. Over 75
what
delicious
matters
vitamins
is
and minerals.
You don't know what the surrounding area looks like right now. What matters is I'm awake in spite of everything, and that's all thanks to Athletic Greens. And I'm still enjoying this show a lot. What's her name? Kamala Khan, actress? Come on, John. Come on, John.
Iman Vellani.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you're gonna meet her one day.
Probably interview her and be like, "Hey, you're great."
Yeah.
That's the whole interview. It's gonna go well. I'm gonna bring up MIA being an
What'd
R&B
you do
star.
to be great?
Do you like MIA's R&B album? And she'll be like, "Who are you, old man?"
Please do that direct thing.
How'd you like MIA's latest R&B album?
The new R&B record
Did
from
you
the
pick up
recording
her
artist.
compact disc at the local Strawberries Music?
Please, I'm 45 years old. Give me a break, would you? I've come a long way.
I know your kids are neglected. We need to go check on them.
That's why he's moving. He's leaving them here.
Oh God, yeah, they're awful.
The worst.
Abandon your children at all costs. Anyway, guys, are you abandoned? Leave your thoughts down below.
This went off the rails a long time ago.
We're gonna go now. Koi gets
Thunderbolts
paid
are
by
coming.
the second.
John, what are you doing? Fucking down here. Shut up, Flev.
Oh
Go.
my God,
He said he
Flev,
wanted to
dude.
shut you out.
Flev,
Shut him out.
you
Shut him
are
out.
like
Shut him out. Get
a
your fucking face in there.
Romanian
Get
Miss
your face in
Marvel,
there. Shut him
Flev,
out.
all right?
Shut him
You
out.
have the imagination and the enthusiasm, and if anybody is going to become somebody super duper in your part of the world, save the people of Romania from certain destruction and conventions gone awry, it's going to be you, buddy. You bring me such joy and wonder, but inside I know there's a yearning to unlock something deeper. You could do it, buddy. You can do it. Just pump it and ride it, and everything. You just spit on it, Flev. Just spit on it. Lube it up, Flev. We love you, and stay well out there.